Well, hello there, motherfuckers, and welcome to another stream. And unfortunately, I don't know what happened, but it looks like Super Mario Land 2 6 golden coins did not save. I tested that at the end of the stream. I turned the power off of my Super Nintendo, put it back on, but I guess the battery is not working properly. It's probably like working a little bit, but not enough to save the game and hold it for an entire day, I guess. So, um, I guess I'm gonna have to get another cartridge of that game because replacing the batteries is almost impossible. I looked up the process on YouTube not too long ago, and I was just like staring. I'm like, I am not doing anything where I have to do welding, risking burning my fingers off or something like that. So instead, what we're gonna do is this game definitely saves because, as you can see, I've already played some of it. Just about a week ago or so. And this is Super Mario Land 3. This is Wario Land. This is Wario's first solo game. So I've already completed the first world, and this would be the next game in the series. So we're gonna go ahead and just play this one instead. Let me see here. So we're gonna get out of here. Okay, this is where I was up to. So we're up to the Mount Teapot. So this is I said I don't know which game I like better. I like Super Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins, but oh, I forgot we have to change the controls. The controls are such trash on Super Game. I always feel like I have to put it to type A. I don't know if there's no way to save it. You have to do it like every time you turn it on. It's a little bit annoying. I already got hit. So this is it's a lot different than Super Mario Land 2. It still has a very similar art style, but this is more of there's definitely more exploration involved. There's exploration in that game as well, but this one seems to have a stronger emphasis on treasure hunting. And if you want to see the true ending, you have to get all the treasures in the game. So here's some Kaizo blocks. Wario Land was doing it before Kaizo was cool. And, yeah, so we're hopping ahead to this game because I don't know why. I've never seen that before. With every other game, once you hit the power button, usually that's the determining factor whether it saves or not. But not for 6 golden coins, apparently. It seems like that one had a little bit of juice left in it, and it just, it wasn't enough. So I feel like there's a secret door here somewhere. Oh shit. Well, I kind of knew that was coming. So that's upsetting because I was actually looking forward today. I was thinking about the stream. Okay, I'm definitely going to complete it on stream. I guess that's not going to happen. I just tested the game before I turned the stream on just to make sure. I thought, sometimes there's weird things. Like, which cartridge is very funny with the save files? Super Mario All-Stars. Throughout my life, I've owned, like, 2 copies of that game. And I rebought my Super Nintendo games. I started doing that not too long ago. And, even when I was a kid, the cartridge of Super Mario All-Stars was always very weird. Sometimes it would, like, delete everything. And it's not like those are super long games where it takes forever to complete everything, but, if a game has a save feature, I like to know I have those save files on there. And those are definitely games that I don't mind going through multiple times, but, it's annoying when you turn the game on, you see everything is completely wiped out. I mean, that's pretty infuriating. So, we're just going to truck on ahead. I'm not going to, obviously, go through that game again on stream. Maybe some people might want that, who enjoy the commentary, but I'm not playing through that game, again. I'll probably, like I said, I'm probably going to get a new cartridge to save it. If there was some possible way to stream 3DS, without, illegal means, if there was like an official way to do it, then I would probably do it. But there's not, as far as I know. I know they sell devices, but those are like, you know, they're like bootleg products. They're not real products really endorsed by any like official company. They're all like shady, like really like shady products, and I'm not buying it. I'm not putting any money into shady products unless I know that they hold up. So I won't be doing any 3DS streams, even though there is, you know, some cool things I would like to stream on the 3DS. But, you know, I'd rather actually stream most of the things on the Super Game Boy. You know, like, I have this on 3DS Virtual Console. But then I repurchased this game, because, you know, it's just better. Just playing it on the TV, it's easier. I like playing it with a Super Nintendo. See, that's another thing. I love... You know, it's one thing playing these games on the handheld, and it controls very well on the 3DS, but I much rather have the Super Nintendo controller, the best controller of all time, in my opinion, in my hand as I play it. It just makes the gameplay experience so much better. I never realized how annoying these seahorses are. They're really being a pain in the ass here, and they've already cost me a few lives. Okay, so... That's a heart. I guess it would be asking too much for it to be a power-up. Oh, God, these horses are, like, really getting annoying. I don't want to be little Wario here, you know? And I love this water music, and I know you guys have heard it before. And that was another thing. In my past stream, I was complaining, saying, oh, why is the audio not working? Of course, I go back and I listen to the video, and it seems like the audio is working just fine. So, disregard those technical difficulties I thought I was having in the last stream, because turns out they were non-existent. So, I know you guys can hear the music just fine. Probably not now, because it's very low, but... that is the intention. I don't want to blast your eardrums with fucking music. Okay, so this is how you get out of a level. It's very strange. You actually have to pay to get out of a level. You press up and, well, Y on my controller, because I've altered the controls. And then you press up. Very strange, right? It's unique, but it's Wario. So you could also play these games to get more coins, and these are like really up to chance. Sometimes you'll end up with less coins than you ended the stage with. See, the weight falls on top of you. Obviously, that's bad. You want to get the bag of coins. So let's see. Let me try the. Sometimes you try the one that you just pulled. Nope, it's still a weight. All right. So let's try this again. Let's do this one. 3 weights in a row? Really? Okay, so I can't even play anymore. I just have 5 coins there. That's just sad. Wario still seems happy about it regardless. Alright, so let's go back in here. I think there was a treasure room where those blocks were. But, you know, I could always come back. Oh, man. That Wario music. This is, again, another great soundtrack. These Super Mario Land games have amazing soundtracks. You know, I like the soundtrack in Wario Land 2, but it kind of like remixes certain themes, and the remixes are not as good as the originals. So, you know, great game, just the soundtrack is not really where I want it to be. I also haven't beaten that game yet, so that's also something I'm planning on streaming as well. Okay, and that's a checkpoint. I'm foolishly not getting that. Oh, you know what? Let me go back here for a second. Doing that. I just, you know, sometimes you just don't want, because every single time you make one of these coins, the one you saw that I exited the level with, you have to spend 10 coins, so that takes away from your overall total. And you'll see later on in the game that you're gonna need all those coins. Oh, that really pisses me off though, that 6 golden coins did not save. I mean, I turned the game off. I'm all day like, okay, you know, at work, I'm like, I'm gonna go home tonight, you know, I'm gonna do what I have to do, you know, go to the gym and everything, and then I'm gonna go stream on Twitch, and I'm like, oh, and then I just turned it on before I started the stream. And it's a good thing that I turned the game on before I started the stream, because that would have been really embarrassing that I had all the information ready to go in the description. Imagine that I turn on, hey guys, you're ready for the the 6 golden coin stream, and then there's like no 6 golden coins because it's the game is deleted, and if you wanted to see it, you would have had to see me go through the whole game again. I also said that I wanted to stream more of Donkey Kong Country 3. I'm gonna try to get to that as well. I don't know if I'll be doing that tonight, but definitely, if anything, tomorrow I'll stream that one. So right here, there's a very strong current that's pushing me to the right, and of course, you've got this opportunistic little spiky guy here. Okay, great. You know, it's funny. Remember the bunny ears from 6 golden coins? Well, look at this. It's the bunny like rocket boost. So that's a little interesting upgrade. So that I can't ram him. I think I have to come from underneath. Yeah, there we go. Get the hearts. See, it's funny. 1 heart actually gave you a 1-up in the other game in 6 golden coins. Here, you have to get at least 10 of them. Actually, I don't know how the math works. How much is each one worth? I love that thing. It's worth, oh, I don't know how much it's worth, really. Oh. How do you get up there again? Oh, there you go. So you slam against that. There's the secret exit. Wait, is this the secret exit or is this the intended exit? No. Whoa, okay. This is the secret exit. So you know what? I'm going to leave through the secret exit. Which is a really weird thing. You got to bounce off the wall. But you can't lose the power up. Okay. So let's go through here. So this is going to like take me out if I'm remembering correctly. So this is just like an extra level, but, you know, why not? No, I'm not doing the coin room. I'd like to get my 55 coins, please. I don't want to have a weight dropped on my head Looney Tunes style. So you have to have a lot of coins at the end. So look, see how I exit the level? I go here. Sherbet Land. So this is like a mini world. There's treasures in here, I think. See, it's, you know, you listen to this soundtrack, and it's, you know what, guys? Let me do that for you. Let me turn this up a little bit, because I'm really enjoying the soundtrack, and I want to talk to, okay, I'm going to put it a little bit louder, so you could hear it. I don't want to, like, blow your ears off, but, I feel like you should be hearing this a little bit more. Maybe, like, I'll put it at 55. I don't think that's going to be too loud. It's just, the soundtrack sounds so good. It has this, like, hollow... It's, you know, like, Wario's, like, a mean and tough dude, you know, he's kind of nasty and shit, you know, picks his nose, he, like... I don't know, I think he, like, scratches his butt in some of the Mario, like, party games. And I know he does it in Mario Golf. Oh, wow, that was a tough jump. You really need to charge off that ledge, but... You know, there's some beautiful, like, elegant music in this game. It's one of my favorite soundtracks. And you hear it like, oh, by the way, guys, if you don't know me from YouTube, it's the Brad Rules. You could just go YouTube/the Brad Rules, and you could also just search it basically, and you'll see that I've got over like 1,000 videos on there. And for everyone who's watching this on YouTube, follow me on Twitch. It's twitch.tv/The Brad Rules Live. Okay, so because some people are going to be watching this on YouTube because I archive everything that I do on YouTube. So if you're watching on Twitch, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so let's go. I think this is like a halfway point. Yeah. Okay, so you know what? Actually, here, because there's some tough jumps here, so I am gonna do the halfway point. So the dragon hat, you may say like, okay, this looks pretty cool, but you can't charge while you have it. You can't do the shoulder ram, which is a big takeaway, because the shoulder ram makes things a lot easier. And the bunny rocket hat, the jetpack thing, that, as you saw, that makes the game a lot easier because you could fly over things. It's kind of like the bunny ears. Oh, okay, I fucked that up. I don't know if I could really... There we go. Oh, there's just a heart. That was barely worth risking my life for, but I went for it anyway, so... life's all about taking chances, right? So I took a big chance there. Whoa, I barely made that jump. Whoa. Oh, God. Wow. Good thing I got that halfway point. Oh. See what I just as I was saying it, good thing I got that halfway point. Okay, so it's definitely better. I'm better off actually staying as regular Wario here. See? Because look what you could do right there with the charge. If I do that, just duck. That's a lot better than having the dragon hat. Because I'd rather be able to have more effective jumps than, have a better offense. Because look, you could just jump over most of the enemies here. Okay, that's going to be a big takeaway, because now I don't have anything, so now I'm very vulnerable. So now I have to really just... You can make all these jumps, but they're just more nail-biting this way. And you see, once you get hit on this... I looked like I jumped on his head. I don't know about the hit detection on that one. I'm sure, I got hit fair and square, but... I don't know. So anyway, let's just hope and pray we don't get hit again. There is a spot where... Seriously? I got a little charge happy there, and I just went right off the ledge. So anyway, if we go down to 1 life, that's okay, because there is a spot that I unlocked in the first world where you could get a crazy amount of... You could do a crazy amount of farming. I'll show you actually what I'm talking about if I lose another life here. So I think that's actually what a Sherbert land, is that what it's called, or island, is about. It's... Holy crap. I just got hit again. That's what it's supposed to be about. I think it's like an extra world. It's supposed to be a tougher one. I don't know if it's the toughest in the game. This game is really... not that difficult, really, as a whole. It's there's like some tricky parts like here, but that's because of the jumping, and obviously, I'm being careless. I could be more careful. I'm going a little bit too fast, but when the ground is coming out from under you, that's pretty natural. I would say it's a pretty natural reaction to panic. Okay, so I think I got past where I was before. Is there a, oh, I thought there would have been like a little, like a Kaizo block there. Guess not. There is something in there, I think. Okay, well, we won't know, because I have to have the dragon hat. No, I don't have it. Oh, wait. Oh, okay, no, there's... But there might have been a key in there. There's not. Okay. Good, that was a much needed power up. Go in the door. Look at this guy. Oh, okay. So that was pretty much the difficulty there, was the jumping, but a fairly short level, you know, once you get through all the obstacles. Not a very good bounty of coins, I would say. Anyway, let me see, is anyone in the chat right now? I see the chat. Hey, bro, what do you think about Joe Cronin? Is he a smark? Okay, so I do have some chat here. Well, who are you talking to? You're not even reading the chat. I didn't have it up. I'm sorry. I don't know if you're still in here. What do I think of Joe Cronin? I've actually never watched an episode of Joe Cronin. And for those wondering who Joe Cronin is, he's a YWC member, which means he's a member of the YouTube wrestling community, which I used to closely associate myself with, but I'm trying to distance myself. No, you know, I don't really care about the YWC. Like, even when I was a part of it, I never really watched it. You know, I made fun of JD from New York, you know, because he's just an appeaser. Who I actually enjoy was Wrestling Jesus. After watching him, he kind of really, you know, inspired me to kind of, you know, make my videos more comedic. So I do owe him, you know, a little bit for that inspiration. And, you know, not really, like, I check out the what, even though I don't like them, I check out the What Culture videos because I like Simon. So I check him out from time to time. But, you know, there was Bruce Blitz, which, you know, he was just brutal Blitz. He was, like, just, it's pure agony watching him, because all he would do is just, you know, again, pander. You know, it's like, just no one could just make videos without pandering. So Joe Cronin, I really could care less about. I don't, you know, I remember, I think I might have seen a few seconds of his show. I couldn't even, I couldn't even really tell you what he's all about, but, you know, I just know that last time I watched him, he wasn't even really that entertaining. So, what about the Smark Busters? I like, you know, I've watched some of the Smark Busters. They're funny. I like when they make fun of Michael Cole. They also seem like cool guys. One of them is on Facebook, I believe. Buster Wright. So, like, that's what I need to ask, is that Buster Wright, so he was the one who sat on the right, so they never said their names, right? There was just the right and left Smark Buster. Is that, like, their names? Is that what's on their birth certificate? One's right and one's left? No, you know, those guys are cool. I like their personalities. They seem like a couple of, couple of real guys. You know, and that's the best, you know. You want to have real people. Because that's, like, what I consider myself. I'm a real person. I'm not tooting my own horn, but I don't try to, like, appease anybody. I don't try to, like, make you agree with me. Like, I don't care. Like, you see, like, I just basically say what I want in my videos. And, you know, I'm not really interested in wrestling anymore. It's boring. That's why I just want to do these streams. I want to talk about some of the Marvel stuff, some of the things that people are ranting and raving about. But I'm not, wrestling is just terrible. You know, if you want to, like, my suggestions of who to watch on wrestling, watch Wrestling Jesus. You know, he even gets tired of it and has to take constant breaks. I would recommend that you watch Zubair, because he's great and a personal friend of mine, so I would definitely recommend him. Who else is doing wrestling reviews? None that I could really... General Jerry is a cool guy. He's a nice guy. You know, also you could count on him. So, you know, they'll pick up the slack for what... But I'm always going to make, like, little videos, like Seth Rollins and everything, you know, because I can't resist, because the cringy stuff. But you know, as far as talking about what's going on the show, there's no point because nothing is happening on the show. Like, I saw one request, and, you know, it's fine. You know, I do take requests. You guys know that. But, you know, I'm not going to make a video about Seth Rollins winning the Tag Team Championships with Braun Strowman because, like, what am I supposed to say, really, about that? There's really not a lot to say because it's not exciting. It's not noteworthy. So, you know, why am I going to make a whole video ranting and raving about that when I really don't care? You know, it's like, it's not an important thing to me. So, I'm not going to get, like, all worked up about something that, like, quite frankly, I'm not even upset about. So, wait, where am I carrying this key to? Like, I think that, there's a hidden door here somewhere. Behind these blocks. Let me see. Give me 1 second. I gotta check behind here. You see, there is a door. And I think that... Watch. Whoa, okay. Ice physics, right? Ain't they great? Oh, God, anyway. I believe there's also a boss in this world, too. Okay, so let me get rid of these guys. I also love the designs on the enemies. Like, those guys, like, they look cool. The enemies look tough, menacing. You know, for someone like Wario, they shouldn't look like pushovers. There should be a few that look like they could give him a run for his money. And they did do a really good job designing a lot of these. Fuck, you can't make that jump. It's like I think if you throw the key, but then if I throw the key... See, that's just cool also. You could throw the enemies, you could throw the items. It's a different dynamic, you know. It's, in a way, it's weird that they even consider this part of the Mario Land series, because first of all, you're not even playing as Mario. Mario appears at the end of the game. In certain circumstances, he does. It depends on what type of ending you get, I believe. I think that's... Yeah, I think it depends. But aside from that, it has nothing to do, really, with Mario at all, or anything that those games introduce. The only thing is that it does carry over is that there are a lot of zany things that go on in it. Oh, so let me go back to the chat. Sorry. When wrestling, but that's what makes your videos good, is when wrestling sucks. I like watching where they trash wrestling. Who's the final boss? I don't remember who the final boss is, actually. Is it, fun to watch? Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. The negative reviews are obviously more fun than positive reviews. And the next level, we're gonna see who it is. But yeah, no, I agree with that. It's definitely more fun to watch that, because, you know, it's like the same thing, like Wrestling Jesus would make me laugh, you know, when he would rant and rave on it, and when he had the feud with the Schleg Daddy. All that stuff was very inspiring to me. And then I remember I watched his old videos where they have Wrestling Jesus Classics. This guy who was like a big fan that, you know, chronologues everything that Wrestling Jesus does on there. He's got like thousands of videos from him. So that was one of the treasure chests there, by the way, that you collect. But Wrestling Jesus, like, you know, he's a great YouTuber and everything. And, you know, he has a style that really no one can emulate, you know, with his accent and everything. And, you know, he's got a legacy all of his own. So, you know, it's like, you guys... I know I bring my own style to the table. It's definitely a style that I can't really describe. I feel like I've gone through many phases where I've acted more character driven in certain videos, and then later on I just kind of like started acting more natural. Because also it was like I was even finding it hard to like care about the wrestling. So it's like, if I can't even care. See, because at one point when I started doing the videos, I had gotten back into wrestling. So, like, I cared about it a little bit more, but how the... I think you gotta get the rabbit ears to get up there. Fuck. But, yeah, you know, so I cared at the time, because I was like, oh, you know, wrestling, it's, I care about this. You know, I don't know. Oh, okay, so that's what you're supposed to do. But, yeah, I just, that's the thing. It's like, I have to kind of care also to get, like, really upset. Because it's just more... Hey, can I jump up there like this? Okay, good. Well, okay. I could also die like that, too. Reviews are boring when they just talk about how good the product is. Well, it's more than just, talking about how, good the product is, because it's like the product is not good, and you know, I just don't see how anyone could think that's good. It's not good at all. It's horrible. It's terrible. So it's like, like if you're saying it's good or anything, I mean, you're allowed to have your opinion about it. If you feel like that's good, because we all have our own opinions, you know. God damn it. I like The Last Jedi, for example. A lot of people hate The Last Jedi, for example. So, you know, I had a lot of people when I did my review on YouTube, people were saying that I was an idiot, I was a moron. And I even did a video that you're not a moron if you like the movie. So, I don't want to go around calling people idiots and everything and insulting them. And, you know, like, just, you know, not being funny in the video here for a change. Like, if you like what you're watching, go ahead and watch it. You know, it's your life, it's your free time, but I just feel like it's a waste. I mean, I just feel like it's on the WWE network. You see how good it is. You see how entertaining it is. Even with TNA, it was very entertaining in the beginning. They took a lot of chances, but none of it. I'm not saying it's good. I'm saying that how all the reviewers yeah, like they try to be positive and everything, because you know what it is, because a lot of people don't like negativity. So they try to be like more positive about it and everything. And and I even tried to do that in my reviews. You know, I tried to say, you know, like the good points of it. And no, there was like good points, like Elias and everything. I enjoyed his character. I liked Braun Strowman, you know, before I saw what an SJW he is on Instagram. And also, you know, them just... I'm getting sick and tired of every single time that the guy is, you know, building any... Whoa, that duck is, like, disappearing. You saw that? Every single time that he starts getting big, they start tearing him down. So... You know, it's very hard to, like, get behind any of these starts. It's like, I'm so sick of saying, oh, this guy has potential, this guy has potential. And then, like, you know that they're going to ruin every single guy. Everything that, you know, should be good and so easy to make good, it ends up sucking. So it's like, I'm sitting there, watching it, and I know it's going to suck. And it's fun to make the review and everything, but, like, I'm just saying, like, what am I gonna do here? Am I gonna just sit here on YouTube and talk about something that I hate? Because honestly, like, you guys may enjoy it, but I feel like I'm repeating myself over and over. I'm saying the same thing every week. The stories make no sense. No one's getting pushed properly. You know, it's like, come on already. I mean, like, what am I supposed to do here? So... Who was better, Shawn Michaels or Bret Hart? To me, Shawn Michaels, without a doubt. I mean, I like Bret Hart. Don't get me wrong, he's a great wrestler, but listen to that, the final boss. See, I love that. You get on every single level in this game that has a boss, that has this great boss theme in the background. Dig them crazy tunes, right? So, yeah, Shawn Michaels is definitely better than Bret Hart, in my opinion. Just more matches that I like. I don't think I talk about it enough, but I really watched the Shawn Michaels Stone Cold a match from WrestleMania 14 a lot when I bought the VHS. I watched that event over and over. I know it like the back of my hand. I like the finish. I just love that finish where he goes for the Sweet Chin Music. Stone Cold spins his ass around and hits him with the stun. That's like one of the best counters I've ever seen. And also the lead up, if you watch, you know, like when they were outside, they did some promotional thing outside, and they like kissed Stone Cold on the forehead while he's tied up in the ropes. The Mike Tyson thing, you know, oh god, Shawn Michaels is just, I don't know. I mean, I can't say Bret Hart is not good because like you have the Iron Man match with Bret Hart. You also have, I was watching it even recently, like the feud with the Hart Foundation and Stone Cold from 1997. You know, everything that happened after WrestleMania 13 was good. Really, like, I think underappreciated stuff. I don't think it gets talked about nearly enough. That, like, how good that stuff was. And, you know, Owen Hart as a character and his attitude and how it all, you know, blended together. Just, it was good stuff. And if you want to see, like, a really good match, like a match that has heat on it, like a match that actually means something, besides, you know, the Jory Gargano match or whatever, you know, these NXT matches. Oh god, I can't believe NXT is going to be on TV. Like, are they seriously going to do that just so they could rival AEW? Like, does anyone really, like, besides whatever it is, the million people that watch NXT, less than a million people who actually care about that, do they really need to have a show about that? But anyway, if you want to watch a match that's like really good, go watch the Canadian Stampede, the 10-man tag that they have in Calgary. Holy crap, like that is a match that has so much heat on it. It's a great match. It's a good match. It's a fantastic match. Okay, so this is the boss. It's a boxing penguin. So I think you could actually... So look at that. That's what's so weird about this. You could actually just leave the level. I remember that. The door is there. It's like, you want to leave? There you go. The only thing you miss out on is coins, basically. But other than that, now just basically say fuck it and leave. You know? I just totally skipped them. Look, and you still get credit for beating it. Cheap? Yes, immensely. Very, very cheap. But effective, you know. Why waste my time there? You know, I want to show you guys more of the game. So we're back over here again, and we can continue on the normal path of the game. So that was just a little side thing. So yeah, it was a boxing penguin. But I was like, you see, I was like, I'll hit him once, and then I'm like, you know what? I don't really want to beat him, so I'll just exit out instead. I don't know why they designed it that way. I guess because it's an optional world. It's also an optional boss fight. But you see, like, I took the option of facing him, but I also have the option at the same time of just skipping it. You know, thanks for the level, guys, but I think I'm gonna sit this one out. I don't know, that's pretty funny, actually. When's the last time you did that? Can you imagine that? Like, Mario versus Bowser. You know, say you were in, like, Super Mario World, and the door was, like, right there. You know what? I really don't feel like fighting Bowser today, so I'm just gonna leave the level. It's pretty much what they did right there. It's like, good game for lazy people. You don't feel like beating the level, you don't have to. Just say fuck it and leave through the door. Oh, I didn't even realize I'm on 1 life. So I don't know if 0 also counts as a life as well, because, you know, in certain games they do that. But if you actually have no more lives, you actually lose a treasure, and then you have to go through the arduous task of going back through the level and getting the treasure that you missed. And then the fun part is, you gotta remember what level that treasure came from, so it really encourages you to not lose. So yeah, so we're covering a variety of topics here. We're talking about wrestling. You don't seem like you repeat yourself. You're Seth promos are hilarious. Who's like your top 5 wrestlers of all time? The Seth promos, well, Seth Rollins is just an endless source of entertainment because the fact that that guy is going to get engaged is just, it's so stupid. Like, you know, I even did a video about that, just like, about like, what was it, 2 or 3 months ago, where I talked about relationships and how you don't want to jump into anything too quickly, because I was even the victim of that. So it's like, you know, you really want to take your time, you really want to get to know the person, because what do they always say? You don't know the person until you live with them. So they're always on the road, so it's not like they're really going to be living with each other, but it's like the fact that you're like married. So like Seth can't you know, live like with anybody else, obviously, because you know, but based on his past, he was already engaged, and he sent those questionable photos to that other woman. So it's like, he's already been in one unsuccessful, not even marriage, but he couldn't even get through the engagement. He couldn't even handle being a fiancé. And what is the guy going to do? He's going to marry Becky Lynch. And I feel sorry for Becky, because I know that obviously someone who couldn't get through an engagement is probably going to end up cheating again. Because that's still cheating. You send those type of photos. I mean, that's cheating, no matter what it is. It's the act of even, you know, going to cheat, basically. So, you know, even when the prospect is there, you know, if Seth had his way and he didn't get caught and it wasn't posted all over the internet, he probably would have gone through with the act anyway, right, with the other girl. So, doesn't really matter. No matter how you slice it. But also Becky is stupid too, because she obviously knows this about Seth. She was in the company, I think, or she was in NXT when he, you know, did the photo thing. So, you know, and also like, why? Like, after 8-9 months, you're already gonna get married? Like, not even a year? Are you insane? Like, you know, I just, what, she's got problems. She's got big time problems to, jump into something with someone like that. You know, I don't know, I guess, you know, she doesn't have a lot of self-worth. You know, she doesn't have a lot of self-respect. She probably has, like, low self-esteem that she feels she needs to marry Seth Rollins right away. I mean, the guy's got money, but so does she, so it's not like it's a money thing, I guess. You know, you can't really accuse her of being a gold digger, but you could definitely accuse her of acting childish and, like, you know, because that is, like, very childish. Ow. Even what she said to TMZ or whoever she said that to, she goes, "We're gonna be together for the rest of our lives." Even when you put it that way, you know, I know that's kind of the premise of marriage, but it's almost horrifying that she said that, you know. And coming from somebody I referred to on the regular as Cringy Lynch, it was kind of funny. But anyway, with top 5 wrestlers, that's always very hard for me. So I'll probably go with Stone Cold, The Rock, The Undertaker. I don't know if it's between The Undertaker and Shawn Michaels. And in 5th place... 5th place... I want to say Mick Foley? I think that sounds... No, not Mick Foley. It's either Hulk Hogan or the Macho Man. So, I would say that, yeah. Stone Cold, The Rock. Those are definitely like my top 2, Stone Cold and The Rock. Then it kind of gets iffy, so they're interchangeable. I'll say, no, I'll say Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan, Undertaker, and Shawn Michaels. And, you know, the Macho Man is definitely, like, in there as well. So it's hard to pick. It really is, because, like, I also like Bret Hart a lot, too. You know, I also am a big fan of Kurt Angle. You know, he's definitely in my top 10. I don't know if I put him in my top 5. I like old school Triple H. You know, especially if we're talking about 2000 era Triple H. He was awesome at that time. you know, also if we're talking about WCW, WCW goes, if we're talking about like WCW, like original guys, I gotta go with Diamond Dallas Page. For some reason, I don't know, I was always more of a DDP fan than a Sting fan, even though I was a big Sting. See, there's a hidden doorway that not a lot of people know about. That's a big coin. I think it was worth 100. See, look at this. So, this is very hard to see. See, so that is the secret keyhole. Isn't that awesome? Like how they hid that there? So the key's right here. It's so close, but you can't see that it's there. Oh, where am I going? It's like... It's right here, right? Wow, I'm even forgetting where I just went. You gotta just press up like a maniac, basically, until you find it. I just had it. I was just in the room. Oh, there it is. Oh, I pressed up on that spot. How would you even know that was there? I remember as a kid, I was like, where the hell does this key go? I went over the whole entire level, scoured the whole level, couldn't find out, like, where to put the damn key. Guess you didn't think of Ric Flair. No, I like Ric Flair. Don't get me wrong again about that. You know, it's just, I wouldn't put him in my top 5. I don't know why. Ric Flair is a charismatic superstar. He's an icon. He influenced so many. But I gotta be honest, like, for some reason, I don't think I'd put him in my top 10. I don't know why. Like, I really like him. I love when he would go insane. I'll never forget when he stripped down to his underwear at WCW. You know, he's a great wrestler. I've seen his old matches with Ricky Steamboat and everything, and you know, watched him in the 1992 Royal Rumble. He's great. Even his run that he had, you know, when he had, you know, the match on Raw with Triple H, he had that steel cage match with Triple H. Like, you know, Ric Flair was great even in his 50s. But I don't know, like, I just was never like a huge, massive. I'm a Ric Flair fan, but I'm not gonna lie and say like he's one of my favorites. You know, I feel like a lot of people are like, feel like they're pressured into praising certain guys and saying that they're their favorites because like everyone else is, but I don't feel that way. I'm like, those are the guys who I like. Like, if you're asking me, Hulk Hogan or Ric Flair and Macho Man, just, I don't know, they have more of the charisma that I'm looking for. I don't know, you know. Because it's also like when look is a big thing with me. You know, obviously, you know, I always talk about, you know, no one's gonna watch these jabronis the way how they look. It's just, you know, you put Ric Flair and Hulk Hogan side to side, and I'm telling you, it's a no contest. You know, I know a lot of people gonna say, "Oh, you like muscles and everything like that. You're like Vince McMahon." No, it's not that. It's like I look at Hulk Hogan, and he looks like the perfect template for a wrestler. I mean, that's like how, in my opinion, you know, that's like what a world champion looks like. And you know, when they put the belt on him, tell me not, did he not look like a world champion? It's kind of like why they kept him on, you know, on with the belt for so long and all that, because he looked the part. So not to say that Ric Flair had a different look, the suit and everything like that. So you know, I'm not gonna knock him, but it's a different look. It's a look that I don't favor as much, but you know, he's still good. So that's my opinion on Ric Flair. Still great, but not necessarily one of my favorites. I'll always take the time, you know, to praise the guy and say what an influence he is, but I'm not gonna be one of those people that feels pressured into like putting them into their personal top 5. Because like if you were to put Johnny Gargano or one of those guys into your top 10 or whatever, it's your top 10. You do whatever you want with that. It's like your top 10 video games, your top 10 movies, whatever floats your boat. If you feel like something that I think is the crappiest movie in the world is like one of your favorite movies, then go right ahead. Because like I've mentioned, I love the prequels. I really have a hard time bad-mouthing them. Many people think that I'm insane, that I have no taste or anything. Look at the comments on YouTube. But a lot of people also agree with me. Personally, even if all the comments were against me, I still would not care, because that is my opinion. And I think more people need to have that attitude. Can't really worry about what other people's favorites are. You gotta like what you gotta like, and you stand by it. People want to argue it, that's up to you. First of all, I would recommend not to argue. I do it on YouTube, but quite frankly, if someone doesn't want to like something, that's their opinion. They're totally entitled not to like something, even if it defies all viable logic. So, people like what they like. It's an old expression. But I'm seeing that like more and more and more and more and more. I mentioned it the other day with the Spider-Man movies. Everyone loved Spider-Man 2. It's one of the greatest superhero movies of all time. I'm saying that. People were saying that in retrospect. They were saying it back then. Then all of a sudden, The Amazing Spider-Man came out, and then you had some goofballs saying that was good. They were out of their minds. That was some really boring movie making right there. Even though they captured the sarcasm quite well, Spider-Man in those films, it really lacked charm. It was devoid of charm, which was something that the Raimi films were oozing with. They're full of charm. Go back and watch them. Seriously, like, I'm so sick of all the haters now, where now it's like, well, now that Disney had a hand in it, it's automatically amazing. Oh my God, they're such amazing movies because Disney worked on them. Oh. No, they're good, but they're not great. And and the more you keep telling everybody that these movies are great and that they're amazing and that they're awesome, it's like it gets annoying. I honestly cannot stand Marvel fans. The way how they've been acting recently with the fucking Sony and blaming Sony, even though like realistically it's all Disney's fault for being so greedy, just because Sony didn't cave in. See, what the funny things, I was just saying this the other day, with all the complaining that people do, oh, reboots this, remakes that, I'm so sick of it, I want some originality in Hollywood. You support the very the very company that is perpetrating that very act of doing endless remakes, endless reboots. So you're basically supporting what you hate. Why support what you hate? I don't get it. If anything, like, people should just be boycotting those movies. And I'm not like a big boycott person, personally, because then I feel like you wouldn't be able to see or watch anything. I said that, separate politics and stuff from entertainers. Otherwise, you're not going to be watching anything on TV. So, it goes without saying. You just gotta ignore that shit. But yeah, stop supporting these absolutely terrible companies that put out this half-assed entertainment. Oh, wait a second. This is gonna be a complicated part. So, oh shit! This damn. I don't know what that thing is. I always thought it was like a spider, but then again, it doesn't have any legs, so how could it be one? But yeah, I am so sick and tired of this Marvel Sony argument. Come on, guys. Like, it's obviously Disney. Even Stan Lee's daughter even said that he was not happy with Spider-Man being in the clutches. That's my word, of Disney. Look, guys, Disney is way too big. They're monopolistic, and like I said, they have enough lawyers defending them. You don't have to jump on Twitter and be like, oh my god, they're so evil for not letting me see the next Spider-Man movie. Look, they were going to reboot it anyway, regardless. That's just the way of things. We are doomed to an endless supply of reboots. Because you know why? Because Disney's not the only one who does them. Everyone else is doing them. So as long as you keep on seeing them, you know, you're supporting bad movie making. It's not Sony who keeps putting out the constant reboots and remakes. You know who's doing it? Disney and everyone else, and you keep on supporting it. Anyway, but let me go back to talking about this game here. So we're getting through here. I think this is the last level. We'll know by the music in a minute. So let me check the chat. All these new movies are garbage. Oh, you fucking got that right, bud. Mr. Science, thank you for joining me. I see I have a few other viewers. I don't know. Join me in the chat, guys. You know, if you got something to say, I'll answer your questions. So, yeah, all these movies. I will not see the new Lion King. I will probably watch it. No, that's okay. That is not. That, you know, that, anyway, what I was gonna say, okay, I got a little distracted there, sorry. I don't know, that bird just, like, I was mesmerized by it. What a bird! No, I will probably watch it when it gets on Netflix to do, like, a review or something like that. Damn, I thought I was gonna die there. Probably do a review on it. Same thing with Aladdin. I don't even know if that's on Netflix, but, like, I just... Like, why do we need these remakes? The cartoons are so classic. Does everything need to be live action? Like, certain things were really awesome live action that were, like, originally cartoons. You know, such as superhero movies, you know? And the Ninja Turtles worked out amazingly as a live action movie. Specifically the 1990 and the sequel did. I never understood that enemy. He's like a little ghost, but I'm not really even sure how you're supposed to beat him. Weird enemy. Again, like I said, it continues the tradition of 6 golden coins, Super Mario Land 2, by having a lot of weird, unorthodox enemies, and I love it. I love the style of this game. It's bizarre. You know, it's just, you go into this, it's part of the Mario series. Oh, I just got hit by a fucking sword. And it's just enemies that you would not expect to see in the Mario universe. And you don't see this in the normal Mario games, because they've gone back to all the same enemies. Boos, Koopa Troopas, Goombas... It's like the same fucking enemies over and over. Why not? Oh, so, okay, so the water's gonna drain out of here. Check this out. Oh, no, the lid goes on. That happens in the last level. So I'm not exactly sure, like, why that happens. We'll find out. Oh, okay, because the boss was up there. That's why that happens. Oh, yeah, here we go. Oh, yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I love that. It's like, it's creepy, funky. What a soundtrack, right? You know, there's boss themes, but, like, have you ever heard a boss level theme? That's original stuff. I like that. That was a good idea. Um, yeah, so anyway, back to the movie talk that we were doing. Like, I am, not going to see those movies. Like, why do you need to have those? Like I said, it worked out for Ninja Turtles. It works out in certain cases. But with Disney movies, like, those are iconic classics. Like, can I ask a question? Are we going to have a live-action Toy Story? Even though that movie is still CGI, are we going to kind of have that? Like, okay, so The Lion King is not live action. Aladdin is live action. Lion King is CGI. I have never been a big fan of just using CGI just to use CGI for the hell of it. Like, why did we need it? Like, it's so lazy. I remember, like, going back and, CGI, I think, like, it's expensive to use, but now, like, everybody uses it not because it's expensive. I heard that cartoons are extremely expensive to make. So, I don't know. Like, I remember them saying that the reason why in the 1990s Spider-Man cartoon that was on Fox Kids, it was originally supposed to be CGI backgrounds, but because of their budget, they couldn't really use all the CGI that they wanted to. But now they use it all the time instead of it being hand-drawn. So it's more that it's, like, easier. So this is actually a retread of one of the other levels, which is interesting that, they modified it. Let me see something. Yeah, so this is actually like the same level from before. I kind of forgot about that. So what's the deal with CGI? Is it cheaper now? Or is it not? Because I don't know. You got me there. Oh, whoa. Okay. This, I tell you something. I remember, I believe it's in the third level when the Thwomp starts chasing you. It kind of creeped me out as a kid. Like, oh, I gotta get away from him. It's funny. Oh, I just found the boss, El Toro. Oh, I didn't expect him to come so soon. Oh. So just throw him in the lava, okay? That was a pretty simple boss. I guess the dragon hat really makes him pathetic. It's really just like one hit. Like, I don't know if I could have beat him if I just kept hitting him with the fire. But yeah, there's no purpose to keep on remaking these damn movies over and goddamn over again. I mean, like, come on, guys. Like, come up with something new. Like, just think to yourself. Star Wars was new at one time. Indiana Jones was new at one time. Oh, God. I forgot about this. Ghostbusters was new at one time. And I'm looking forward to the Ghostbusters sequel, because I know that's going to be good, because they're kind of like... what's the name of the director? I'm sorry, I can't think of his name right now with fire chasing me. But, they're kind of he's a man on a mission right now because he wants to rectify that mess of a 2000... Okay, I knew I was going to die there. I was moving way too slow. And you need to be charging through there. You can't be doing that. It's not a walk in the park, Here we go. This is much better. So get this. Upgrade. Okay. Because they gotta improve that disastrous 2016 film. Which, by the way, you are a sexist if you did not enjoy that movie. Like, God, like, what were they thinking when they made that film back in 2016? They still went through with it, even though everyone was disliking the trailer, because they were like, oh, you know what, we're just gonna guilt everybody into seeing the movie. Well, you guilted everybody into seeing the movie, and barely anyone went to go see it. And it flopped big time. I mean, I think it made enough money where it wasn't a complete flop. Like, it was, I think they surpassed their budget. But it just seemed like a very cheaply made, stupid looking movie. Another thing where they used just complete CGI. It looked like a complete disaster. Like, it's like, even though I kind of like, Ninja Turtles, especially the second one, Out of the Shadows, the newer Ninja Turtles, when it was reintroduced in 2014. The ones produced by Michael Bay. They're actually not really bad films, especially Out of the Shadows. It's good. Bebop and Rocksteady are good. I like Seamus as Rocksteady. I think he did a good job in that role. But, you know, people hate on those movies. But some people do agree with Out of the Shadows being a superior film to the 2014 movie for the first reboot, you know, the initial reboot movie. You know, it looked worse than Guys in Suits from, I don't know where the key was there. I'm lost. Anyway, let's just end this level. So anyway, it looked, the 1990 movie and The Secret of the Ooze from 1991, a year later, looked way better than those CGI movies. So it's supposed to be advanced technology. Guys in Suits looked better. I mean, granted they were animatronic suits, but animatronics, this is another good track in the game. I've played this in some of my YouTube videos. So by the way, guys, anybody in here, let's see, anybody, okay, I guess it's not worth mentioning because I only have one viewer right now, Mr. Science. I don't know if you're still here watching me. Let me see. I guess not. I guess Mr. Science left. Anyway, but I was gonna say my YouTube channel and plug it here. But oh yeah, you guys are gonna watch this if it's archived on Twitch. I keep forgetting about that. Sorry. It's on YouTube. Go search up The Brad Rules, or just do youtube.com/The Brad Rules to find my YouTube channel. So, you know. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to plug that here. Couldn't quite make that. I guess you have to jump on that platform. So that was a really stupid move on my part. Let's try it again. At least I don't have fire chasing me in this level, right? So, yeah, you know, I'm looking forward to the new Ghostbusters. It's definitely going to be an improvement. And, you know, again, they're doing the same guilt trip thing that they're doing with Ghostbusters on the Terminator movie. What is it called? Terminator, what is it called? Extinction or something like that? It just looks so terrible. You know, I'm not gonna knock Linda Hamilton for coming back for this one. Like, that would have been cool if it was just Arnold and Linda, like, older. Because I have no problems with having older actors. Like, honestly, everyone knocked Harrison Ford in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, which I still believe is a great movie. I do not care what anyone says. I love that movie. I think that was a great, underappreciated film. That, you know, people, like, seem to have lost it, like when he climbed inside the fridge. Like, if Indiana Jones was, like, ever supposed to be a realistic movie, like, I don't get it. Like, the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark with the ghost, like, that was, you know, that was, like, believable, right? But you know, that was just fine. But you know, aliens and hiding inside a fridge during a nuclear test, that's too much. I can't handle that. It's like, people forget it's fiction, it's supposed to be fun. They're taking it way too seriously, and I think they watched the movie, but they kind of, like, missed out on appreciating a film that, you know, was really fun. Because now we're not getting films like that. So I think in your heart of hearts, you kind of deep down are kind of hoping that they do make films like that again. But when they did make films like that, you bashed it. So now we're going to get 1,001 fucking superhero movies until the end of time, and 1,000 Disney reboots. And Spielberg, you know, I don't know, he is working on the new Indiana Jones, but he's probably, you know, not going to rush it that much, because it probably would have came out with it sooner if you people would have demanded it. I mean, what would you rather have? Would you rather have, you know, a, I know he's not working on these, but I'm just saying, what would you rather have? Like, the 70-second Marvel movie, or would you rather have another Indiana Jones movie? Don't say the 90-second Marvel movie. Because, like, and I'm saying 90-second. So not 90 seconds. That would be great if there was a 90-second Marvel movie. That would be like really hard to direct. How could you get a plot into like 90 seconds? I don't know, you know. They could barely get a great plot going in 2 hours and 30 minutes. I'm kidding. Well, Civil War. That's a great example of 2 hours and 30 minutes to try to tell a story that was bad. Stupid, bad story with the United Nations. They're putting sanctions on the Avengers. Like, what? Like, it's getting into politics now? The fuck? People complained, you know, because they mentioned the Senate a few times in Star Wars, but, oh, the United Nations? What a plot. Plot of the year. Just so stupid. I mean, like, come on, guys. Like, you know, you have to be fair. You can't say that, you know, one thing is terrible, and then when it's done in another movie, say it's completely awesome. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, this is why I'm not ashamed, because people are just idiotic when they talk about movies and when they try to defend it. You want a good example? Go look at how people are defending Disney, defending a monopoly, defending a giant corporation, complaining that Disney is ruining Star Wars and everything. So instead of that, you know, what do? They start supporting Disney taking over Spider-Man. I mean, but like, guys, don't you understand? If they own Spider-Man, which is a big-time property, a big-time trademark, they're going to get even more powerful. They're going to be even more unstoppable. If anything, they need to bust the Disney trust already. Like, someone needs to get on this and just tell Disney, you can't own everything. You know, there used to be rules, like, back in the day, I remember, for movies. Like, if I'm remembering correctly from my film class back in college, it's like, there used to be a lot of different movie studios, you know, and, like, there were, like, I think there was a union at one time. There were certain rules about making movies. Maybe it's time to bring those rules back, I think, you know, because now it's getting ridiculous. Like, now, like, what is Disney gonna make everything? They're gonna make every single damn... Well, I will say one thing. I am not unhappy with the way how Star Wars is going. I'm enjoying it. I already told you how many times I've seen The Last Jedi, The Force Awakens, and I preferred The Last Jedi to The Force Awakens. You know, the thing is, they tried something different. People complained. You know, you gotta remember, people even bash Return of the Jedi. No. Before the prequels came out, even at the time of the prequels, I remember when it was a Star Wars bash fest. Fuck, I just lost there. So wait a minute, what's the deal here? Okay. So, 0 does count as a life. I should have actually went back to get more extra lives, but I didn't. Now, what the hell were we talking about here? Oh, yeah, about, you know, they tried something different. So, everyone complained, you know, when the prequels were out, they kept complaining. Even people were even knocking Return of the Jedi. You know, they started complaining more than ever about the Ewoks. Oh, it would have been great, you know, if they picked a better race like the Wookiees. And that was the original plan, but George Lucas decided not to go through with that plan, and he wanted to come up with a you know, a smaller, you know, more feeble and you know, less technologically developed. That was like the terminology I was looking for there, to fight against a giant empire. You know, it was supposed to be a social commentary of sorts, and a good one. And definitely a good, enjoyable movie. I don't hate the Ewoks. They're not my favorite thing. I think I prefer them to the Gungans, as I think most people do. So, you know, if people... That's what I'm saying. You can't go by what the fans say, because the fan bases suck. I don't like the Star Wars fan base. I don't like the Marvel fan base. I like Marvel. I like, Star Wars, but the fan base has gotta go. See, this is like what I'm saying. Like, when I reviewed Undertale, everyone's like, oh, the fan base sucks. The fan base sucks. How could you like because the fan base sucks? You could watch the game. I mean, you could play the game. You could watch the movie. Doesn't mean you have to pay attention to the fan base. You don't have to go on the message boards. You don't have to listen to their videos on YouTube. You don't have to read their Twitter posts. So let me check this out here. Okay, so this is my level right here that I was talking about. Check it out, where you could actually score some stuff. Oh, okay, so I have to get this power up, actually. Because what you gotta do is you gotta hit the ground. Check this out. And you hit the crabs, and look at all the coins you get. So I don't think, well, coins don't translate to health, because you gotta get hearts for that, but at least you can play the game at the end. You'll see what I'm talking about. Do this. Look at that. That's like a farming level. You could just keep going through that level and collecting coins like crazy. So, here, let's get some more hearts. Let's get some extra lives here. So let's do this course right here, the B course. Oh, shit. Wait, where am I trying to throw this? Oh, fuck. Oh, this is harder than I thought. Harder than I remember, actually. So you gotta hold the button down. Throw it! Ah! What do I have? One more bomb? Alright, let's see. Oh, I don't think this is gonna go too far. Yeah. Oh, wow, that sucked. I got nothing there. Well, that was a waste. Hold on, let me go back to the first level and just get some easy hearts here, because I gotta get an extra life, because I don't feel like... Oh, that's right, the first level has been flooded out. I think there's a treasure also in here, so let me, while I'm in here, let me see if I could grab that. So you see I already got the extra life. That also down there doesn't look like Wario. That looks like Mario. I was also going to say, too, if you notice when Mario is small and 6 golden coins, he looks... Well, he doesn't look like himself. The Mario sprite, I like it, but it doesn't look like the Mario we all know. So, you know, just go figure on that one. I don't know, like, why they designed him that way. But it's definitely a different look for Mario. It's surprising, especially like how large the sprite is, so it's very noticeable like how different he looks. Also, when his death animation, he looks weird. I didn't mention that in the stream yesterday. But anyway, where is the flooded out part? There's a part where you can swim over something. Oh, here we go. This is what I was looking for. There we go. Okay. Collect that, go in here, shoot through here. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's what it was. It wasn't a treasure. I think it was just a heart. See, because when you first enter this level, this part is not flooded with water, so you know, you see those munchers, you can't access that portion. So that's a good little secret there. Alright, so that's a great place to farm for extra lives if I need it. So here, this is a good opportunity for you guys to see the first level, even though there's no water in the first level. And you also don't have to pay to leave it either, so you have to pay here. But that's just a weird concept, right? Like, you have to pay to leave it. You know, you want to finish the level? Like, what if you didn't have that amount of coins? But there's enough coins to go around. And I could have played the heart game, but I'm not going to do that right now. I just want to go back to where I was. Go back to the, what is the name of this level again? This world, rather. Oh, Stove Canyon. So everything is like, has to do with food. Rice Beach, Mount Teapot, Stove Canyon, like food or drink. So let's go back in here. Oh, that's right. I forgot that I completed the last level. So let's, this is a fun one. Oof, with the mic. Oh, shit. Oh, come on. Oh, you know what? No, I'm not dying there, so we'll just do this. Check this out. Go back in. I'm still small Wario, but look at this. Does that come back? No, it doesn't. So go back in. And see, that extra circle means that there's a hidden exit. So, you know, I don't know if we'll see if we can find that one, or kind of just want to beat this in a little bit. Gonna probably end the Wario stream in a little bit. Dun 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 dun. Whoa, okay, that was a close one. Okay, so get through here. This is kind of cool, right? This is, you know, I like anything like with mine carts or stuff like that. So we're gonna go up here. Let's see. Another heart. So we're good though. We're good on lives here. So I'm just doing it because I don't want to lose any treasures, because that's a pain in the ass having to go back in the levels and collect it and remember where, you know, what level those treasures are contained within, because it doesn't tell you. You know, you just have to kind of remember, oh yeah, that treasure was from there. Like, who's gonna know that? Unless you have like an eidetic memory. Alright, so we got another heart. Get the power up back again. Whoa. Oh, I'm doing this like long jump here, and it's like, whoa. Okay. Whoa. Okay, trying again. I'm nailing all the jumps at least, right? Call me Air Jordan, right? Alright, so we're gonna beat this one here. I can feel it. See, I don't know what's down there. That was an opportunity that I just missed out on. The other exit is probably up here somewhere, but now I can't get at it, even if I were to get down there. Alright, so let's just go in here. We'll just end it. I believe the next level is the boss level. Once again, you'll know it when we hear the music. Yeah, okay, so we're at the boss level. So I'm gonna play through this, and then I'm gonna probably end this stream and cap it off. This will be a nice ending to it. Again with that music. Yeah. Okay, so it's so menacing, but like it's so chill at the same time. I just love it. It's really like one of my favorite video game pieces. Probably one of my favorite Game Boy soundtracks, and this piece specifically is like one of my favorite. Whoa. Okay, that I was holding right there. I don't know what happened. Let's try again. That's also a really nice background for that world, like the fire and everything. So, you know, this game really seemed like it took the Game Boy to its limits. There's some good detail here. Even if you look at Wario's face, it is pretty detailed. I'm a big fan of this game. I really like it. Like, I'm having a lot of fun playing through this, you know. This is like one of those games, like, if you don't feel like, you know, like it's a chore to play through a game again, then that probably means that it's like one of your favorite games. But those are like the best games, the ones that you don't get sick of, that you can keep playing over and over. That means it's got good replay value. There might not be a specific reason to replay it, like for an extra mission or something like that, you know, or a second quest, but it's got replay value because based on its fun factor, based on its entertainment value, based on its great gameplay. So those are the best games, really. And to me, yeah, Wario Land is definitely one of those. And I'm still playing through 2, so, you know, I'm going to stream that one. So I'm enjoying that one so far. It's definitely different than this one. Definitely got a different vibe. You also can't die in that game. You're invincible. The only thing that you get punished for is losing coins. So that's a really an interesting dynamic. And I remember the reasoning, like they interviewed the developers, they said because, you know, dying can be very frustrating for the player. So they said, you know, we want to punish them in other ways. But sometimes, like, when you lose the coins in that game, it's even more annoying than dying. I don't know, it's a different dynamic. And I need to play more of it to really appreciate it, but it definitely is a good game. What I've played of it so far, I don't even think I'm a quarter of the way through it, but it's pretty good, and I enjoy what I've seen. It's got really good graphics. I will say that it probably is a graphical upgrade. There's also some really good animations, like where Wario is on fire. Wario eats a piece of cake. You're supposed to, like, get intentionally, like, injured in that game, because so I like how they did that. Like, you purposely are supposed to take hits in order to, like, access different parts of the level. So you'll see when I stream it. You have to see it to know what I'm talking about. So let's go through here. Here's the boss. This is a very odd boss. Check this out. Look, he does flaming snot balls at you, and you hit him with them. Whoa, okay. And he also cracks that with his tongue. Okay, so... Whoa. I just missed hitting him again. What a weird boss, right? So basically, you gotta finish him quick, or, you know, he's gonna break apart the platform that you're standing on. So this is tricky, actually, to hit these snot bubbles as they're coming out without taking any damage. Okay. I think I gotta hit him one more time. Just be careful. Okay, so the platform's starting to break apart. See, so that means because the snot balls are gonna be bouncing in there as well. See, I gotta finish this. Oh fuck. Okay. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Ah, I got him. Okay, well, I can't really get those coins where they're going, but I'm getting some of them. Okay, well, some is better than none, I guess. Alright, let's just... I'll take the coins that I have. There's 70. That's good enough, right? There's also a code in here where you could get even more coins. I think you have to press, like, select in, like, a crazy amount of times while the game is paused. So we're at the SST cup. This is mostly going to be water levels. So I might stream more of this tomorrow, guys. And I'm going to end it right here. So, guys, if you're watching this on Twitch, go to my YouTube, which is The Brad Rules, or you could do youtube.com/TheBradRules. If you're watching me on YouTube, if you're watching this archived video, go follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/TheBradRulesLive, or just search for The Brad Rules Live. And I'm trying to get a schedule going. It's probably going to be somewhere around this time, you know, at night. Shooting for like 7-8 o'clock, around that time, like after work. And I'll do some... I'm gonna do regular streams on here, and I'm really enjoying it, guys. And, you know, thank you, Mr. Science, for dropping by and talking. I really enjoyed your company during this stream, and I really appreciate you talking and the questions, and, you know, following me over from YouTube, which is great, and I hope more of you guys do that. And, you know, I hope you enjoyed the stream, Mr. Science. And yeah, anyway, guys, thank you for watching. You'll have a good night. And guys, I will see you next time.